كل ما يخص التفكير النقدي لقصة الآمال الكبرى أو Great Expectations في 3 فيديوهات. الفيديو الأول تحليل شخصيات القصة، الفيديو الثاني تحليل مقتبسات أقوال شخصيات القصة، الفيديو الثالث أسئلة تفكير نقدي هامة خاصة وعامة.
All about the critical thinking of Great Expectations novel in 3 videos. The first is about character analysis, the second is about quotations analysis, and the third is about important critical thinking questions, general and in details. The novel begins with the visit of Pip, the protagonist, to the grave of his parents and meets an escaped convict and asks him to bring him some food in a file the next day. Indeed, Pip brings what is required of him and resorts to stealing food from the house of his sister, who lived with her and her husband Joe. Pip gets an invitation from Miss Havisham to play in her house, which was known for its strange behavior. She was wearing wedding dress even though she was an old woman, and this was for a clear reason that she was betrayed by someone who promised her marriage and abandoned her, so she became sad and kept all the wedding ceremonies from clothes. He met Estella, who was the same age as her young but was proud and arrogant. And later it turned out that Estella had been adopted by Mrs. Havisham to entertain her in her unit. Pip's biggest wish at the time was to work as a blacksmith boy in a workshop is not the hope. The opportunity came to Pip on a silver platter. One of the benefactors donated to become Pip Gentleman, and he received a sum of money to travel to London to learn there. Indeed, he learned and became a man with his position. But the wind comes with what ships do not desire. He loved Pip Estella, but she did not respond the same feeling, and he lived in the trickery that Miss Havisham is the real benefactor who spent on him to learn and become gentleman. But it was exposed the truth is that the real benefactor is that man, the escaped convict, who was once given food and a file to get rid of the iron handcuffs from his hand, and he only returned the favor to this little boy Pip. The events take place and Pip knows that this escaped convict is the same father of Estella and that her mother works as a housework for the lawyer who was the mediator between him and her parents. Estella's mother was accused of murder. She killed her parents' mistress, went to prison, was acquitted, and worked for the lawyer who defended her. The benefactor on Pip, who was called Magwitch, died after a struggle to escape with the help of Pip and his friends, but the escape plan fails miserably and he dies in the prison hospital. Estella marries a rich man, but she lives a miserable life and marries for the second time, but she does not enjoy happiness despite the wealth she enjoys. In the end, Pip meets Estella by chance years later. Many in the old house, Havisham, who left from her burns and all the wealth after her went to Estella. Estella felt misery and sadness and the loss of age without benefit. She lost the sincere love of Beep and was the victim of that old woman who turned her into a cold-hearted woman in order to take revenge on all men because of this man who left her on her wedding day.